All right, all right, all right. Love it, love it, love it. The echo. Yes, sir. Ballin with Rich. We're back another Sunday, y'all. Oh, she put up the sign. Ballin, y'all like that. Yes, sir. Being active, living life, ignoring negativity. Another Sunday. Thank you, Lord God, for this day. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I needed a clap for that one. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Every day above ground, be able to smell that, breathe in and out that breath of life. You gotta be glad for that, y'all. Mm-hmm. I'm serious. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. And y'all know what the ball stands for. Being active, living life, ignoring negativity. I be geeky sometimes. Sometimes when I be out and people just think it's just, when I tell them it's Ballin with Rich, and they be like, oh, okay. And then when I told the boss, I'm like, nice. I was like, okay, cool, thank you. But no, thank you, y'all. We're just fooling around, y'all. Just still celebrating, y'all. Still celebrating. Today. First of all, I want to give a shout out. Last week, people are still commenting on that show. Thank you to Miss Aliza, LaWanda, and Fast Freddy, the legends, representing the new dance show on the scene, and oh my God, still getting response for that show, and I just from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for just coming in and just being you and just doing what you do best. Yes, sir. Now today, episode 251, y'all, we had to do this. I was like, got to celebrate my baby, y'all. Man, it's called the journey. The journey. And the journey still continues. But we just wanted to, on our way back home, we had so much adventures those 4 days. We good. They were all good. A lot of them were funny. We had like a lot of funny times, and but the majority of the time they were fun. And we wanted to share some of that with you guys, and we want to share too, like some etiquette when it comes to being at the graduation. Oh, well. No, I'm pretty sure a lot of them out there know about how it be sometimes, but I just wanted to share some things that we saw. Nothing new, but some things that I'll tell you, nothing viral worthy where these crazy people be putting people fighting or anything like that. No, nobody wasn't coming close to fighting or anything like that. But just like I said, show some etiquette, please, sometimes. All right, let me introduce my guest here. This young lady here would have some themes. That would be nice to have some theme music. Well. But this young lady here, so proud of her. She on the journey. She's been on the journey, y'all, and she's continuing it. And she had this one thing I love about her, that she had this in her mind and her heart that she wanted to do almost back in elementary, middle school, like, and you know how like, during that time sometimes kids, they change their minds, and which is cool, which is good if you know how it is. Kids go with what they want to go with, but she said she wanted to do this, she wanted to go there, and through the years we was like, okay, and I thought it was gonna change, but yeah. And she is here today, and so glad to have her in the building, Miss Monet Heath, Miss Howard University, in the building, y'all. Graduate.
Hello. How's it going?
How you doing, Miss Heath?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. All right. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah, so glad to. I know that man, it's been a journey. Journey, and and like I said, I just wanted you definitely to share a lot of things, a lot of your thoughts during that journey, from even, like I said, before you even hit college, some of your thoughts, and then during, and then even afterwards, and matter of fact, even during the ceremony, like what was going through your mind, everything. But first, I didn't get a chance because it was so many people, and I'm gonna get a chance because I always do it because they do it for my birthday, so I'm gonna do it. Make sure I do it when people write congratulations,
Yes.
and they're so heartfelt too,
Oh.
and then I know we've been so tired of doing it, but I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get every single one, and because they all of them are heartfelt, but. I just want to just thank everyone from the bottom of my heart.
Yes.
How you supported my daughter even before she got to college, and just watching and just inspiring her, keeping her going too. Mm-hmm. And I always think about my niece. Growing up.
Yes.
My niece. Shout out to my niece Justice. I remember she used to always say when Monet was little, she's always be like, I know Monet. She a Heath and she ours. She's like, but she's everybody's. And we used to laugh about that. And as she grew and as she become the young woman that she is now, I understand it. I understand it because Monique birthed her, but
yeah, woo, I remember that.
she birthed her, but I understand, and I know that's our daughter, and we've been responsible for her over the years.
That must be all that knowledge. Woo! Look at that head coming through.
Oh wow.
Oh well.
That's daddy.
Oh Lord.
No, seriously. It's just been an honor and a privilege to just watch her grow, to be who she is, and she's not done. Nowhere near done. Nowhere near done. All right. So, Monet, anything you just want to let the people out there know real quick that's been following you and just been in your corner and watching you do,
Yeah, I guess I could just start with, the beginning of where all this stuff has happened, I guess. So, I think back to me in middle school, when I was younger, and when I think about college, I remember my first exposure to college was the stuff I would see on, Disney Channel, Nickelodeon stuff I would watch. So I just remember it was specifically, I think, Zach and Cody. And the one brother, Cody, he was really smart. So he was like, oh, well, my dream is to go to Yale. I will always hear, the only schools I would hear about growing up is Yale or Harvard. And then I'm in Michigan, so I would hear about Michigan State, U of M. So I like to credit China.
Shout out to my niece, Aaliyah China Heath. Yes, sir.
The story is China was getting ready to leave to go to Clark, Atlanta, and I start crying because I wanted to go on the trip. I just bust out crying. I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, I want to go. So everybody, because I know it was Auntie Pinky, Richard, Justice. They're just like, all right, well, come on, she can go with us. So I went home, packed a little bag. They let me go. And I've read, sometimes I feel like just things are meant to, I always just believe that things are meant to happen for a reason. I think it was meant for me to go on that trip because that was my first exposure to what a HBCU was. So, seeing the dorms and seeing, they was having a cookout on the first day, the move-in day. I'm like, oh, well, I've never heard of this. This is really just the culture and just seeing, all these people that look like me, you look like us in this one space. I'm like, okay, well, this is amazing. So, when you brought up me knowing, what I wanted to do since elementary and middle school, I was like, okay, well, I definitely want to bring up that I did want to go. I feel like I wanted to go to a HBCU since I was in middle school, definitely. And just doing my knowledge and, just the experiences I've had, I ended up at Howard. Of course, the most expensive one. But, I mean, some of the best go there. So,
But that's where you wanted to go.
That's where, yeah.
I mean, it was, and I always tell people too, and this is the God honest truth. I just mentioned his name. God is the reason. God is definitely the reason that got you through school.
Yes.
My Lord and Savior got you through school. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I always tell people when people say, congratulations, I'll be like, thank you. I was like, but my God, My God.
Look, it's always God. That's why I wear the shirt.
Oh, that's why you wore the shirt. What did the shirt say?
It says it's never luck. It's always God.
There you go. Give my girl a clap for that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Love.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so we definitely get back with Monet. Like I said, we just gonna make this. We want to talk about it's not just all about. Well, it is all about Monet, but she wanted to share some techniques and different things for people that's steering. Matter of fact, I had somebody call me personally. I got to talk to you after the show. Just shout out to Miss Donita Wilkins. She called me the other day while I was working. She was like, Richard, my granddaughter is really thinking about Howard, and I thought about your daughter, and I wanted her to come over to talk. Just give. I said, okay. I said, I get with you, about that. But we wanted to share because. Shout out to Miss Muhammad. Shout out to Miss Latanja. The reason why I brought her name up because this is the time, y'all. Matter of fact, it's way past the time, but this is definitely the time for you people that's trying to get into gear of getting your kids together for college and money wise and different things. Miss Latanja, definitely a person to get in contact with about that or any advisor. Any advisors that you know about, this is just that time, it's just, matter of fact, that's always that time, to be honest, when you're working with that. All right. Let me go ahead and introduce this other young lady here. This young lady here, she was also on our adventure, and she is the captain. The captain.
Woo! Shout out.
She's the captain. And she definitely was the captain in gearing, leading the way as far as definitely getting it together and keeping Monet aligned too. She's engineer of the year, y'all. The wifey engineer Monique is in the building, y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Double duty. I gotta remember to look up at the camera. I don't look fabulous. I've been battling
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised. Matter of fact, I should have worn me a mask today because I'm the only one in the house that's not. Yeah. But how's it fit, Miss? I'd love to know your thoughts as far. Well, I'd love for you to let people know about how your thoughts was that gearing up, loading up that van and the truck and heading to DC and finally seeing what we dreamed about for years. How was that feeling for you?
Woo, very exciting. Monet has had quite the journey. Everybody knows. She went to college. Did a full year and then her, COVID hit. Well, actually, you didn't even do a full year.
I didn't. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's COVID semester. I might as well say. Mm-hmm. And then she did a whole sophomore year at home, and then went back, did a full year, her junior year, and then she had to leave again. So, to finally get to this point. Like you say, it's nothing but God. It is. She was determined to go back. I was just so excited, so proud, because most people would have gave up. Yeah. Some people, like when things like that happen, they'll just quit and give up. But she never gave up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, yeah. Like I said, she had a couple of. The only journey, a couple of things that happened. That was definitely one of them. Mm-hmm. And I know one time she recently talked about the one that really hit where brought her down for a minute. On the way to becoming a senior and the medical situation. That one was just came out of nowhere, y'all. Just like wow, it just hit like woo. Yeah. And sometimes when stuff like that happen, you do get that attitude where you're like, well, you know what? Maybe it just what some people we all sometimes get that when stuff like that happen to us. We all what's that one thing we always say? Maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe I'm supposed to be going to do it. But sometimes in life we get those things thrown at us, y'all. No matter what the situation is, but that's why keep going. You might be down for a minute because we human. We sometimes sometimes it hit us during that moment where we just like, oh my, I don't know what to do, But that's why we got a God that never lost a case, y'all.
Amen.
Go to Him.
Amen.
Go to Him. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm telling you, during the times after that, as the times go by, it gets better. It gets better. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yep. I love what she said. Delayed, but
not denied. Yeah.
Delayed, but not denied.
Because I know, everybody. Everybody has it where, the majority of us, finish in the 4 years, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way.
Sometimes
The main thing is just to finish and not stop, or whatever.
That's the main thing. Matter of fact, since you said that, I'm glad you mentioned that. I got to give shout out to my girl, Chantel Piggy.
Oh, yes.
Chantel Piggy. Excuse me. She was a guest on my show at one time as far as the dance ministry, the young lady. Mm-hmm. And she went through college and she had quit. She didn't just quit. Things happen, things happen. Mm-hmm. 10 years went by, y'all. 10 years. Mother. She does so much on her plate. Yeah. 10 years later, y'all, she said, you know what? I'm about to do this. Mm-hmm. And last week, y'all, matter of fact, last month, I believe, she got that degree, y'all. Yeah. She got it from Wayne State University, Miss Chantel. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And I will say this, like, it was so funny because we were with Howard, because it's so large, of course, the ceremony that I shared with everybody was Monet's major. Mm-hmm. But of course they had a big ceremony with everybody, but if they would have had everybody go across the stage, we probably would have been there all day.
Yes.
So they had multiple ceremonies, and like after Monet had her particular ceremony, mm-hmm. There was another ceremony coming in. They were like back to back coming in after her. And so, Monet was taking pictures and she was with her friends and everything. And me and my sister, Michelle, we noticed that it was another group coming in. And I knew they weren't like undergrad because they had the hats mm-hmm. that were, how the graduate students had the hats on. And we were trying to figure out what school they were. Mm-hmm. And they were like, it's the law school. And I mean, I was just so amazed because it was just to see all those black people, and all of them weren't young, but some were young. And to see, those black women and those black men, it was just amazing. So my sister was like, man, she told me, she was like, shoot, that inspired me. She said, I want to go back to school.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, I know. I said, that dude, I'm like, just seeing, just being there. Mm-hmm. It's just nothing like seeing, I've been to tons of graduations, but to see your people, nothing but the majority. I mean, it was other, Howard had all kinds of people.
Definitely groups,
But to see your people and see all those people,
that's one thing.
How can you not be inspired? Mm-hmm. And so one of the girls heard my sister. She's like, shoot, I'm like, oh, nah. But she said, ooh, that made me want to go back to school. And that girl said, it's never too late.
Never too late. Never too late.
Mm-hmm.
Never too late. Like just like last year, I forget what state she was from. The gentleman, 72 years old, got his bachelor's.
Yes, the oldest
went
person.
Back 72, I believe, was that gentleman.
Yeah, the oldest person this year they said was 77. That got it from Howard. Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
And that's. I'm glad you mentioned that too, real quick. That's another thing that really pumped me up during that weekend. Seeing the class of was that 76?
Mm-hmm. They were doing their 50 year.
They was doing their 50-year reunion. The class of give them a hand, y'all. The class of 76 from Howard, man. I mean, when they walked in, you would have swore that they were class of 2026. I mean, they all was looking good, just representing and just. I guess like they say, black don't crack. But no, it was just an honor to see them there. I mean, class of 76 just walking proudly down there, just doing their thing. I mean, it was just awesome. Yeah,
and that's what I really love too, because even outside of just being proud for Monet, like just standing there, you're hearing, like my sister said, she saw a guy hug his son because he was graduating from medical school, and they were, a lot of them are Howard, like multiple people from their family graduated from Howard, so it was just like that. How can you not be inspired by that? How can you not be proud?
Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm going back to Monet real quick. I think, and I understand her. During like I said, we've had a lot of fun times when we were down there, and I could tell. And I understand what you being a graduate. And the crowd that they were respecting, and Dad, Mom, Auntie, y'all gotta make sure we get there this time, and this, whatever. She was really.
And thank goodness we did, because it was. Whew, just people everywhere.
Yeah.
And luckily, and I still don't think we left like super early, but we still made it in a good time because, when we got there, she went another direction, where they had the graduates on the other side, where the football field was. And so when we went in, she was texting me. She said, "Mom, we're coming down the red carpet," and it was good that we went when we did, because we were able to see her come down because where we were sitting. So we had perfect timing, because after everybody walked, all those people flooded in.
Oh, they sure did, man.
Yeah, I should have.
People everywhere.
Yeah, are you talking about when we were in the gym? You talking about we were in the gym? No, we were outside.
Saturday.
Saturday, okay. Monet, I would love for you to share with the people what was going through your mind during that time when you was getting ready to that Friday, just taking it all in. How did your emotions and everything? What was just going through your mind during that time? Like, this is it. I'm finally about to do this.
It felt good. It was just excited to do it. I had to get my other I had to make sure I was going to get my other tickets for the next day. So it was a little stress, but that's another story for another day. But it really just felt good. It just was exciting for y'all to be there. Shout out to Jamal. We'll probably get to that later, but I would love to give Jamal his flowers always. But
man, my brother Jamal, he should have been here today. Is he?
He really could. Yeah, he should have
been here. That brother was one of Monet's real good friends, and they started together in the band.
Yes, the band. Ooh, I lived a lot of lives at that school.
The band. I'll never forget that. That was my first drop off. Monet to Howard. Me and shout out rest in heaven, Father Collins.
Yes.
Me and him dropped Monet off to band camp. To start band camp and to start to get ready for the semester. And I tell you, and I always joke about that day, because I'm thinking I'm dropping Monet off, and since it's their first day at band, they doing the introduction. Maybe they're gonna be about an hour or two, and then she going back to her doing whatever. I get home, we get home, and I get relaxed and everything, and it's like Monet and them, they still practicing. I was like, it's 11:30 at night.
No,
they were still practicing, and we dropped her off, y'all, it was around about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Wasn't it 3:30, 4 o'clock when we got you there? How was that experience with the band?
Oh Lord. Honestly, I will say this, coming from having a teacher who kind of instilled that what that HBCU kind of band experience is. Before getting to college, it does prepare you. And I will say that Howard's band, in my opinion, isn't as intense as those bigger band, like a Southern or a Jackson State, those like Maine. But I mean, they're still a good band. But I'm just saying it's not as in.
Okay.
They probably doing way more practice and stuff than we doing. It's just it's no shade.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. On one hand, and it's funny. I was just talking to Micah about this yesterday because I just like to keep it real. I'll be thinking about like all the, like I had to pull out some loans, y'all. So I was just like, I was just like, Micah, I just wonder what life would have. I was like, I wonder what life would have been like if I would have chosen another school. And the first thing I said was, well, I wouldn't have met Jamal.
Oh.
So I wouldn't have met Jamal. So it was meant for me to go. So it just was meant for, I'm always just like, it was just meant for me to do this. So it was just meant for me to, get that experience. I mean, I got wonderful opportunities doing it. I met Stephanie Mills.
Yeah.
Her,
Give her a clap for that. She done met my girl. I'm still jealous about that one.
And I think it was so funny because nobody knew who. The only reason I knew who she was because y'all had just went to the concert. Everybody else was like, they was like, so what was it like working with Michael Jackson?
I know about Michael Jackson.
She was like, I didn't work with him. I dated him. I'm like, okay.
There you go. Snap, Stephanie. Yeah, she said I dated him.
I'm like, I know that's right.
Yes.
But,
I know that was exciting. Her young son was with her.
Oh yeah, because he loved bands. Yeah, so I mean, just cool things like that. Getting to come to the campus early, and like I said, I mean, I do have some lifelong friends. Traveled
to
Chicago, Massachusetts, Harvard. That's in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, yes.
Yeah, Delaware State. Just a few things on top of my head, but yeah, I mean, I just band, I would say band culture just in general is very intense, but I mean, I don't think it was for me. But
I'm gonna just admit, y'all, I was a little disappointed when she didn't continue the band. She was just, she was ready to get into other things. But y'all, people who know me know how much I love the marching band. That was my thing, and I just wanted her because, matter of fact, I will say this though. You definitely rubbed off on them because you did some amazing things just that one year you was with them. I mean, y'all won first place.
Oh yeah,
won first place in the classics.
Howard and Hampton. Yeah.
Then she like my baby. I'm serious. She loved it, but she didn't, y'all. I just gotta call it like it is. She loved band, but she was just like, I think it was what would you really say it was? Was it the practices or was it just? You were just done playing trumpet and you were just.
Yeah, the first issue is I should have just stayed on clarinet. That's probably the first issue, and it's just this mentality that I don't like. It's kind of a mentality about it I don't like, and that started in high school, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay, so they were trying to do. So they was trying to do that, like the little initiation things, huh?
It's not even about that.
Oh, okay.
It's just about the mindset of how you should be playing and stuff like that.
Got you. Yeah. You like we in college and y'all still doing this. Okay, I get you. So that's
it's
understandable.
It's a certain style of playing that's preferred, and it's just it's not for me. Let me tell you the thing I actually did enjoy about band. I enjoyed doing the field shows. I enjoyed doing the dancing. I actually did. There was some parts of band I did like. So whenever we would do bust down in a little dance, I actually did enjoy that.
That's what I'm talking about.
But when it comes to playing,
all right. Shout out to Miss Robbie Bowie. She's watching. Sister Robbie Bowie, yes sir. She said hello. Congratulations. Shout out to Miss Always Lisa, Detroit Press Play, y'all. Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Y'all know where to be. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out to Miss. Also, shout out to Miss Detroit Press Play. They did an event yesterday involving. I gotta get her back on the show so she could talk about that. Oh man, it was awesome. It was I think the all ladies production that they had going on. I'm mad that I wanted a ticket too to go, y'all, but I had to get off. Work. Got off work late. So I couldn't. Yeah, that made me mad. When I found out I won, I was like, oh man. I should have called. I should have did one of Monique numbers. Can't come in. I'm coughing.
Oh well.
Yeah. Shout out to Dr. Calvin Mann. He's watching. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Calvin. Yes, sir. All right, Dr. Calvin, man.
Watch so many, me working, I be missing so many.
That's another gentleman there. Monday afternoons, y'all. Yeah, Monday afternoons at 4 p.m. I'm telling you, yes, sir. That's MEIY. Emmy
TV.
Emmy TV.
Not Emmy. Why? What?
I say MEIY.
Encourage me. I'm young.
See, I said it right, but that's what I said. I just did okay.
Well,
4 p.m. y'all. Calvin, man, you talk about a gentleman that tell it like it is with the young people. I'm telling you, you don't get no better than that brother there. No better. Yes, sir. Shout out to Miss Shelley. Happy birthday again, Miss Shelley. She celebrated Miss Shelley's birthday.
Happy birthday.
She's still celebrating. Yes, sir.
To you.
Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The name of the production from yesterday was her Patio Productions. Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna hear more about them. Yeah, they doing great things, y'all. Great things. They about to take over. Yes, sir. All right. Today I got Miss Monet. Happy congratulations. I'm about to say birthday.
A few more months.
Yes, sir. We got Yes, sir. We planning something nice for her open house. We asked her what she wanted to do. She wanted to just have a nice get together with everybody, nice shindig with everybody, and just get together. So we gonna get that together, and we gonna definitely let some of y'all out there know.
In progress, everything in progress, y'all. I'm broke.
Sir. Yes, sir. All right. One thing I had mentioned earlier about was I don't even want to take too much time on this because we all experience, even the people watching, I'm pretty sure they have when they've been to graduations, is when you got a seat, when you sitting somewhere and folks come out of nowhere to block your view, you sitting in your seat. We know everybody's excited and they want to take pictures, but seriously, I think that is a little bit disrespect. It didn't really bother me that much, but Monique, shout out to Miss Pumpkin and Monique, boy. And you know the thing that was so funny though. I mean, every once in a while somebody came, but no. Shout out to the young lady that was sitting behind us. I'm telling you, if I ever need a bodyguard, I want her, boy. She was the one. She was. Excuse me, I can't see. She was, but no.
She told that one lady, you in the red with the.
Yeah, she was calling out colors and everything. You in the red dress. I can't see. Hey, brother in the black. She was, but no, like I said, the whole space is free, whatever. But I believe you should just be respectful. Now, if it was me, this is me. Now, if I was sitting somewhere and I was trying to get a nice view, and I'm gonna politely turn around and be like, "Excuse me, my daughter about to come. Is it okay if I just, So that way, you're like, okay, he's not gonna block me. But to come out of nowhere, y'all, and just get in front of people that's sitting. Just get in their view. I'm like, with no excuse me or not, just like nobody right there behind you. That is so disrespectful. And this is the thing that made me mad because. Now this is the one thing that did make me mad because, like I said, people were doing it once when your row got up. That's why I didn't get no good shot of you. That shot when you was right on the stage. It seemed like everybody got up when your row. I was like,
that's funny.
I said, about to call them on there, and I ain't gonna be able to. Because that's when the young lady behind us, the punker, really was like, excuse me, red, blue, black. But no, scoot down, take your picture or say excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It was just. Again, that's what we said. We got there early that day. And that's how we ended up
with some pretty good seats.
But again, the ones that came at the last minute, way up and then they want to come and get them
down.
It's not, that's not right.
And which is okay, but like I said, if you're gonna do that.
Don't maybe do it at the stairwell. Yeah, don't get in front of people.
When you see people, but you think you just the only one sitting there about to take a picture. No, just be respectful. That's all. That's all I ask. Just be respectful. Because like I said, if I was all the way up at the top and I was trying to come down, I'd just be like, excuse me, I'm gonna bend down right here. And then most people, they see you doing that, they gonna be like, go ahead, But you sitting up there just like if I just jumped in front of Monet, just sit there and just. And make it so bad. Not just stand there for a quick second. Stand there. Just stand there. They just gonna stand there.
And it was the trip. A lot of times it wasn't even like the mom and daddy. I think
it was mostly some of the
or like some or somebody else in the family. They was like standing blocking people.
Because you know what? To be honest, like I said, I mean, I wasn't really bothered about because I know how I've been to many graduations. I know people do it, but I was really concerned about some of the people that were sitting by us that couldn't get up. It was some people that they couldn't stand up to, even to try to, some people they were kind of physically challenged, and or some that just had the aches where they just wanted to sit. That's why they came early, like you said, got the comfortable seat, and they couldn't. They just wanted the view from where they was at. That's enough for that one, y'all. Because like I said, I know some of y'all out there experienced that. I know a lot of y'all experienced that out of graduations. Give me a call. I'd love to hear your story. If you put somebody in the headlock, I'd love to hear that. Call me up, y'all. 810-560-0658. But you know what? But one thing I will say though, like I said, even though those people jumped in front of us in different other spots, the people who were saying excuse me, they were very respectful as far as like excuse me, you're blocking my view. And the people, just two of them. The rest of them were 98% was respectful. Was like, oh, I'm sorry, but it was that 2%. That 2% was like, But overall, great day, y'all. Great day, y'all. Yes. And that was the one inside the gym. And then the second graduation, which was outside the next day, we didn't have to really worry about that. Everybody,
Just the only problem they had that day is people were walking across the center, where the graduates were coming, and they had to keep telling them to stop.
See, I wish Pumpkin was here for this one. Shout out to the brother cop. I wish I got his name. I got a picture of him. I'm gonna put his picture up one day. Shout out to my brother, the cop, man. When the graduates was walking down the aisle, it was like if you went and got something to eat. And you had to cross that. I'm sorry, you had to wait till all the graduates.
Yeah, that's how that flood happened.
Yeah,
because everybody came after the graduates actually started walking. Yes, and they wouldn't let them. They weren't supposed to walk across the thing,
And it was funny because what happened was during that one time when Monet, y'all getting ready to, not y'all, I think it was another group getting ready to come out, and the girl. She crossed it. That's when he stepped to her, boy. When he stepped to her, he told her, "Hey, didn't we? Great job, brother. Great job." But overall, great. It was a great weekend. Great weekend. And just glad to. And I want to give a shout out to. This not just Monet, but I'm so proud of so many. We've been to so many prom send-offs and give graduation people that we know that's doing their thing in each level, and I'm so proud of them. And I gotta give a shout out to Miss Lane and Kennedy Hagens, y'all. Yes, sir. Graduated from Central Michigan. Yes, sir. That's the daughters of Kia Berry.
Oh, I'm sorry, they went Western.
Excuse me, Western. Oh, you about to have me?
I messed up. That was
Monique bought Western. Okay. They were like, what? That's their rivals too. Western. Shout out to my little church sisters, Michaela and Micaiah and Michaela. They graduated from Ref Reunion, y'all. We went to their, me and Monet got a chance to go to their prom send-off last week. They looked so beautiful, the young girls. Just so proud of them. Shout out to Miss Brenda Stevens and family, Curtis Brown, the Stevens Brown family, just that, awesome people. Shout out to my little cousin. A month ago, we got a chance to check her out at her send-off. Kaden Smith. She's getting ready to graduate from Country Day, y'all. Country Day. Yes, and had a good time. What was the name of the place? Oh, it was on 10 Mile.
The Mint?
Yes. Nice place. If you got right there on 10 Mile, and is it Evergreen?
Yes.
Yes, I'm telling you, the Mint, yes. Anybody want to reserve a spot, check them out. Check them out for real. That's a nice place. All right. Miss Robbie Boyd, she said people can be so inconsiderate. Yeah, they can, Robbie. I know she talked about them people, you know. Miss Robbie, I'm surprised you say, big brother, I'm surprised you ain't bring your cane. Boy, if I had the cane with me, that whole space would have been just clear. And boy, if I had Robbie with me with that purse, I think we've been the only people sitting there, y'all. Yes, sir. Miss Rochelle, Miss Matthews, she said thank you for the happy birthday shout out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Monet, what's next? What's
yeah, I love that.
What's some of the things that you're looking to try to get into now? That
finding a job. Or I really do want to go back and get my master's. I may just wait till next year, so that may be on the table. Yeah, just looking for employment of any kind. I mean, the goal is to work within my major. The goal has always been to be a news reporter or either work in local news or work in sports, either or. So that's still the goal. That's always going to be the goal. That's going to be the result.
Go ahead, get your.
You guys just start saying it.
Give yourself that plug. Don't say that you looking. You are about to be that.
I'm just going to keep telling myself that. Yes,
you are about to do it. Just like how you said, I'm going to Howard. Just like you said, I'm going to Howard. I don't care what y'all. I tried. Y'all know how much I love MSU. I was like, sweetheart, you can stay home with MSU. And Dad, I'm going to Howard. And she did it, y'all. And she, you know, yes. But it's good when young people make decisions that they it's heartfelt within themselves. You know, and sometimes, you know, as a parents, we hear it and we like, it sounds good, but we want to second guess. We're like, we just want to be sure, you know. But they still sticking with what they, you know, what they're going with.
Also, Monet, give the shout out. One of the other reasons, you know, that give a shout out to that program where you went and visited Howard.
Oh yes, that was another reason.
I'm interested in trying to,
yeah, I'm not sure the extent to how they do it since after COVID, but I did. We have a Michigan club on campus. Usually all kind of states and stuff, they have their own state clubs. And so they used to do a wonderful thing where the high school students would be able to we kind of like shadowed someone based on our interest and what we wanted to do in school. So I mean, back when I was going, we would stay on campus with these people. So I was in the dorms and I shadowed a few to class during those few days that we were there, because we was going during, it's called Acceptance Students Day, and that's kind of the big day where students from all over come and visit and get a little taste of what Howard is like. So yeah, they used to do a wonderful thing and have students from Detroit go and stay for a few days and get that experience of what Howard was, and that kind of greatly impacted me going as well. You know, just like visiting classes, learning more about the journalism program. We was at parties. We shouldn't have been at parties, but you know, I was like, yeah, this is great. So yeah, just a wonderful experience. I think they've been trying to redo it, and that's another like regret I had. You know, with COVID happening and things like that, I was like, oh, I would love. You know, I'm finally on campus. I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. I did this, and now somebody can stay in my dorm and I can show them around, but that just did not happen. So, but yeah, it's still a wonderful program. I would say just keep in contact with the Michigan Club, I would say. I'm pretty sure they're on Instagram. I was probably just like HU Michigan Club, so yeah.
All right. Shout out to my niece, China, Aaliyah Heath.
Yes.
Just thinking about her. Yeah, she definitely was the catalyst of during that time, her too. You talk about wanting to be involved with the HBCU. Yeah, she graduated from Clark Atlanta University.
And I'm gonna tell you about China. China had like full scholarships to everywhere. And China kind of decided at the very last minute to go. And I kind of was one one of the few people that kind of knew that she was gonna switch and go.
Really?
To Clark. Yeah, because China had a full scholarship to U of M.
I remember that. Yeah, 'cause that's where I thought she was going. Yeah.
And and then she just like at the last minute she decided. And I'm gonna tell you, that was the best decision that she made. Yeah. China ended up being
Mrs. Clark.
Miss Clark University.
She started her own
organization.
And then, China, she got to do all kinds of stuff. And that's why I say, a lot of times people kind of discredit the HBCUs, like in the corporate world. And that was one of the hesitations that China had. And listening to other people.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can't do that. You gotta, and I'm like, she had not gonna look what all she got to do, and then now she's over there in Paris.
In Paris, just man, my niece, man. I tell you that I'm so proud of that young lady. I tell you, and she got a birthday coming up, y'all, this Tuesday. Yes, sir. If you got a question for Monet, congratulations, or just a question you would love to ask her anything. 810-560-0658. Would love to hear from you. You want to comment a question, go right ahead. Yes, sir.
And then I'm gonna tell you, if you can, I'm just giving advice to people that have their kids growing up or whatever, and considering colleges. Start early.
But please, please.
Start early.
Learn from me.
I'm going to tell you one of the best programs, if you're in, because, you got to be in Detroit public school or Detroit school, but the Midnight Golf Program.
Yes. That's
Monet is still getting connections.
Yes, the Midnight Golf Program. They
give out all kinds of scholarships.
Life lessons.
Yes.
I know how to cut a steak. Let me stop.
Monet got a brand new set of golf clubs. She still has it. I'm
gonna have to call Dan up for that. Dan, shout out to my brother Dan Ringo. Don't let Dan hear that. Dan, he use them. Shout out again. I gotta mention him again. He's watching. Shout out to my cousin William Smith. He's watching. We mentioned Miss Caden earlier. If you missed it, Miss Caden Smith. We talked about her prom send-off, excellent job. Country Day, yes, sir. And matter of fact, she's on her way to Grand Valley.
Yes.
Into Grand Valley, yes, sir. My little cousin on the way to Grand Valley, yes, sir. All right.
Yeah, but that definitely. And then that is with the HBCU. Sometimes it can be discouraging because you may not be those. Major college people don't know, like major colleges, they have the funding to give those scholarships.
Yeah.
The HBCU, they have, a lot of them are private.
They're private, yeah.
So it's kind of, sometimes it's harder, to get those scholarships and things like that. But I recommend it. I mean, it made me. Seeing Monet's journey in China and Justice's journey at the HBCUs.
Another thing I want to ask you.
It made me want to, dang, I really wish I would have went,
Another thing I wanted to ask you, because I think you used to watch it, I know I've watched it a lot of times, and your mom watched it. I want to know, did that have anything to do with your decision? Because I know during when it used to be back on live during the time, the Cosby Show, different world. Did you
I'm gonna say no because I've only watched 2 episodes.
So that never.
I tried to watch it when I was actually at college. Actually, you know what? Let me tell you something though. That first time I went to Howard, my mom might say she gonna be like, the first time when I was on the way to Howard, that first trip, the Beyonce documentary had came out for the homecoming, the Coachella homecoming, and I think I kind of got emotional because it incorporated a lot of the people that the band I was playing, the dancers, all those people, they did go to HBCUs. So I would highly recommend watching Beyonce's Homecoming documentary on Netflix because obviously she didn't go to school and things like that, but just seeing that inspiration from the marching band culture, the HBCU culture, it's really a wonderful documentary. So that was a good one, but like I said, most of my influence kind of came from seeing China and Justice go, really. Yeah.
Cause that's why I'm glad though I did mention Different World, Cosby. Shout out, I don't care what anybody says, shout out to my brother Bill Cosby, man. Bill Cosby. No, seriously. You know how I feel about that other stuff. I'm talking about we all make mistakes and different things, but I'm talking about who he is as far as when it came to colleges and wanted to see young black men and women strive in school, whatever, he did his thing. That's one thing I will say. Yeah, and that's one thing. That's why I mentioned Different World, because
Bill Cosby didn't even go to a HBCU, but he was like, I will say that he gave one of the biggest donations to I want to say Spelman. Just he gave to a lot of black schools. I will say that.
But that show Different World made a lot of kids during that time wanting to go to school. Seriously, that's one thing that show.
Shout out to another HU alum, Debbie Allen.
Debbie Allen.
He actually, when he did the show the first time, the first season, it was kind of focused on Denise. More of Denise, yeah. And then Denise ended up actually getting Lisa Bonet got pregnant in real life.
Yeah.
So they didn't know what direction they were going to go.
Because then they tried to. Because then they tried to